Hi everyone, and welcome to my review of Starfield, Bethesda's open-world space role-playing game. I've been playing it for the past few weeks, and I have a lot to say about it. Before I get into the details, I just want to say that I really enjoyed Starfield. It's a huge game with a lot to offer, and it's definitely worth checking out. In this video, I'm going to go over the things I liked and disliked about Starfield, and then give it a final score out of 10. So without further ado, let's start with the things I liked. Starfield features a variety of different factions, each with its own unique goals and objectives. Players will be able to join one or more factions and complete quests for them to earn rewards and reputation. Faction quests are a great way to learn more about the game's lore and world building, and they can also provide players with unique rewards and opportunities. Starfield also features a variety of side quests and random encounters. These quests provide players with a variety of different experiences, from simple fetch quests to complex challenges. Lockpicking is a useful skill in Starfield that can allow players to access locked doors and containers. It's a fun and challenging minigame that requires players to use their skills and think ahead. Lockpicking is a small but fun change from Bethesda's other titles. Combat in Starfield is fast-paced and dynamic, with a variety of different weapons and abilities to choose from. Players can customize their combat style to their liking, and they can also choose to fight enemies from a distance or up close. Combat can even be challenging at times depending on your difficulty level. Flying is another important aspect of Starfield. Players are able to fly their own spaceships to explore the galaxy and visit different planets. Flying can also be used to engage in combat with other ships, or to travel quickly between different locations. Flying in Starfield is surprisingly smooth and intuitive, but I wish there were more big space battles. The variety of planets in Starfield is one of its most exciting features. Players are able to explore planets with lush forests, arid deserts, icy tundras, and everything in between. Players will also be able to discover planets with strange and exotic life forms, as well as planets that contain valuable resources. Even though there are a ton of different planets, each environment feels unique, at least until you start exploring locations in them. Starfield features some of the best graphics ever seen in a Bethesda game. The game's developers have used new technologies and techniques to create a visually stunning and immersive experience. Starfield's planets and moons are incredibly detailed, with realistic terrain, lighting, and weather effects. The game's characters and spaceships are also highly detailed and realistic. Just don't look at the generic non-player characters when in crowds. At the beginning of the game, I hated fast travel, but it is ultimately necessary in a game like this and has been done really well. Starfield allows players to build their own outposts and ships, which are minigames inside the game, but what I really like is that the game does not force you to use these systems. Starfield also features a new Game Plus mode that allows players to start a new game with their existing character and progression. This is a great way to try a new playstyle, in my opinion, and gives a fresh coat of paint to the game. Lastly, the game had most voice actors in any Bethesda game, and it shows. Starfield features some of the best character dialogue ever seen in a Bethesda game. Now that I've highlighted the things I liked about Starfield, let's talk about what I disliked. Starfield's main story is a bit predictable. It follows the player character as they join a spacefaring organization and embark on a quest to explore the galaxy. It does not feel grand enough for a main storyline of the game. It introduces the game to the player quite well, but overall execution is a bit bland. Starfield's locations and planets and moons are procedurally generated. While procedural generation is a must for this type of a game, and can be a great way to create a vast and varied world, it can also lead to repetitive and bland locations. You will, in time, find yourself exploring the same types of locations if you start exploring the planets, and not handcrafted locations. Starfield features 4 main companions that the player character can recruit and romance. These companions will be able to join the player character on their adventures and provide them with assistance in combat. However, the game lacks evil companions, and all main 4 companions will judge you if you try to be evil. Starfield features a system of powers and temples. Players will be able to collect powers from different temples and use them to enhance their abilities. However, these temples repeat themselves a lot and really boring to go through. In the end, I will give the game a score of 8 out of 10. It is a great space role-playing game, but due to my disappointment with the main storyline and companions, I can't give it a higher score. Let me know how you would score it in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it informative and enjoyable. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you could take a moment to hit that subscribe button below. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up by hitting the like button if you found it helpful. Your support really means a lot to me, and it helps me create more valuable content like this in the future.